When it rains, I immediately develop this feeling of restlessness. A feeling as if though I'm missing out on a rare opportunity. You see, living in SoCal, the rain is a bit of a rare occurrence, so often when it actually does rain here at home, and I'm sitting on my desk on a day like this, watching the water drip down my window, I instantly get a dose of inspiration. I don't want to sit inside and waste the opportunity. I'd much rather go outside and try to photograph it. And while it may take a bit of planning and risk, I think a rainstorm can be the perfect setting for some truly unique photographs. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony. So lately here in Southern California, we've been getting quite a bit of rainfall throughout these months of February and March, which I have been really enjoying because of how it changes the landscape, changes the scenery, even the mood. It changes the environment around me that I've become all too familiar with. Bright blue skies become dark and ominous clouds, casting natural and even light across the city. Glistening buildings and misty skies make for new and interesting compositions. People going about their daily routine, walking in the rain, make for more curious subjects. The rain kind of forces you to reapproach photography differently and think about what different changes could be made, whether it's looking for different angles, using the even lighting to your advantage, or to capture a certain mood, feeling. Even watching out for reflections being cast by wet surfaces, such as a puddle or window. So for this video, I wanted to test my street photography skills again and see what kind of images I could capture while going out for a walk in the rain. So I grabbed my camera and went out into a rainstorm. So I started out here at a local park to just kind of warm up and frame a couple of test shots to set my camera's exposure settings. That being said, I thought I'd give a few pieces of advice just in case any of you watching ever want to try this out. Taking pictures in the rain can be quite a challenge. You're exposed to the elements, and often it's not always ideal to take your camera into a rainstorm. Like me, do a bit of planning ahead before you go out when it's raining to capture some photos. Wear a good jacket with a hood, take an umbrella, wear boots. Anything that's going to repel water off you and keep you as dry as possible while you're walking around in the rain. As much as taking pictures in the rain may allow you to capture some great photos, it's not always worth risking expensive equipment if you're not sure how to protect it. Check the forecast. I like to use the weather app on my iPhone to check which hour is going to have the least rainfall, or even better when there will be a break in the rain to a light drizzle. I'll usually try to pinpoint that ahead, then head to a location during that time frame. My second tip would be to, at least not right away, don't use your most expensive camera. The reality of the situation is you're going to get wet, which means whatever you take along with you will also. I know using the best camera you have with the most megapixels and the best lens will let you get some crisp photos, though if you're not sure of the weatherproofing, I'd say it's not worth the risk. Think about the camera you have. Is the body and lens weather sealed? Can you maybe use a plastic cover? For this shoot, I'm using my Olympus Micro Four Thirds kit with a small prime lens. It's an older camera of mine, but it shoots perfectly. And honestly, because I've had this camera for a number of years already, I'm okay with risking it. Even though I'm sure I'm protecting it by using a plastic cover. And because it's a smaller camera, it also allows for more portability, which is a bonus when you're moving around in the rain. Also, this isn't required, but anything like a GoPro is going to be very useful for capturing some cool B-roll clips. For this video, I was actually using my GoPro Hero 7, which I use to capture a lot of the B-roll and first-person clips you see on this channel. Keep an eye out for reflections on glass surfaces. Because the lighting is so even, there's less glare than you would normally get on a sunny day. For example, on this shot, I liked how this neon sign was just so vibrant and had the reflection of the theater in the background. Don't be afraid to get low angles. Often you'll be able to capture reflections on wet pavement or puddles of water. So I actually grew up in this area, and I've been to this theater so many times I've lost count. But there's always been something about how photogenic this structure is. Definitely stands out as one of a kind. Another shameless reflection selfie. Look around and use structures to your advantage to create asymmetric photos like this. Don't forget to use people in the environment in your photos. I just happened to notice this individual just sitting at the Starbucks and being perfectly framed by the window, so I thought this would make an interesting composition. Symmetry is also something I really look for when doing street photography. An easy way to achieve this is to place your camera against the window. I sort of thought this looked like a marketing shot for a car company. Again, people just going about their day makes for more interesting street photography. Experiment with slower shutter speeds to try to get those raindrops to drag out a bit. Again, reflections, and symmetry. For the last stretch of my walk in the rain, I thought I'd visit my old high school and take a couple of photos of the auditorium. Fun fact, if this setting looks familiar at all, it's because it was actually the set for part of Back to the Future, Part 2. This auditorium is featured prominently in this scene where Marty is exploring Hill Valley after basically Biff goes and destroys the timeline. A lot of scenes from those films were shot at this high school. It's kind of cool to say you attended the same high school as Marty McFly. It was kind of our claim to fame, but anywho, not to get too off topic. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope this video was inspiring and helpful and made you want to try your hand at rain photography. It can be quite a challenge since you are exposed to the elements. Yes, you will get wet. But as long as you adequately prepare and go in with an idea of what kind of photos you want to take, you can definitely get some amazing pictures. As always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more new content. And with that said, I will catch you all in my next video.